As technology continues to revolutionize every sector of human endeavor with enhanced productivity globally, one sector that the tech is changing its operational narrative is agriculture. In Nigeria, stakeholders in the agri sector are gradually leveraging technology to improve yields, reduce man hours, cut costs, and above all, ensure sector-wide sustainability. One key aspect of achieving the above goals is effective monitoring and evaluation, with M&E experts now integrating technology into their operations.
Now the work is done in two phases. We have technology and we have boots on ground. So we have developed a local technology that we use to gather information on the field. It gathers information about soil nutrients, moisture stress, and farmer data and all that. So once we do that, each of our boots on ground, our men on ground, they have their devices that they will download this particular technology on it, and they use it to gather information. Once they gather those information from the field, we get it back end and we analyze and we send our report to our clients based on that.
When we talk about M&E, monitoring and evaluation, particularly in this case for agricultural activities, the whole idea is to ensure that adequate supervision is carried out on the farm and around farm activities, from land preparation, input distribution, input supply and distribution, to other activities, planting, then all activities through the crop growth cycle to harvesting and movement even to warehouse. So all of these activities, we have seen that over time there's a lot of inefficiency due to human limitations, human capacity. And we know that in this digital age, there's a whole lot that technology can achieve for you.
With technology infused into M&E, positives such as enhanced data collection and accuracy, increase efficiency and reduce cost, improve decision making and project management, enhance accountability and transparency, as well as promoting sustainability are the end products. It is in light of the above that the National Agricultural Development Fund, NADF, established by the federal government to catalyze financing and collaboration across the agricultural sector, secured the services of Aglean, a social enterprise engaged in climate-smart agriculture, specializing in end-to-end agricultural primary production, farmer and produce aggregation, warehouse and inventory management, renewable energy and commodity trading for sustainable food systems, to monitor its dry season rice project for 1,173 farmers and hectares in Niger State for optimum productivity.
The NADF, as mentioned, is Nigeria's new finance and funding agency for the development of agriculture. Niger State, on the other hand, is the state with the largest land mass in the country, and also a state that is naturally endowed to tilt towards agriculture. Currently has a government that is also very agri-centric. So it's one of the plans. Where we are as a nation, I would say that one of the major problems we have is primary production. And this is the short-term goal of the NADF. So in line with seeing that we boost primary production across the country, we started this program with Niger State. And it's not the only one. We're looking forward to also partnering with other states to look at how to boost primary production across certain crops, especially those crops that we consider as priority crops. Fortunately, we don't reel out numbers without really seeing that those numbers are real. Right now, the studies are being carried out that would show the actual tonnage that would come out from these farmlands. But I do know that we're looking at about 4,000 smallholder farmers and about another 4,000 hectares of land. The dry season farming has already covered approximately 1,715 hectares, And then when we mix, because it's a two-pronged approach we're doing, there's the dry season aspect and the wet season aspect. We're looking at minimum 20,000 tons of food added into the food basket of the country.
NADF is a government agency and they're responsible to support agriculture in Nigeria. And definitely they can't do it alone. They need private sector guys who are experienced in agriculture. So for us, we are into monitoring and evaluation of agricultural projects, and we reach out to them to say we want to partner with them to ensure that their work is easy for them to do. The collaboration is fantastic, but you know, a government agency is a government agency. But thankfully, NADF is a specialized government agency, and I think we have a dedicated and a serious-minded leader in charge of NADF. So with him, he's been able to set the tone from the top. And yes, they are a government agency, but is kind of private sector oriented government agency.
The project, co-funded by the Niger Food, is empowering no fewer than 1,173 farmers to cultivate at least 1,173 hectares of rice farms, both as individuals and as cluster farmers.
We looked at, on a scale, on a balance, what do we really have much gap? So we know there is a gap in the production of maize, there is a gap in production of rice. But the trouble is more with rice by around June, July. As from May, when we are expected to harvest this season of cultivation we are in, May, June up to July, paddy is scarce. So people go out to as far as Benin Republic to ensure they have access to paddy. So we want to breach that insecurity at that period between May and June.
As part of its monitoring and evaluation efforts, Agglin embarked on a field trip to Niger State to assess ongoing work at the farms. The trip began with an engagement with Niger Food, where both parties were briefed on expected outcomes, areas of operations in the project, as well as likely collaborative efforts.
We've been in the business of monitoring and evaluation of agricultural projects for over 4 years now, and our client base is very wide. In the days of Anchor Brewers program, we were doing M&E for almost all the banks that were pushing funds out, namely from GTB, Heritage Bank, Sterling Bank, SunTrust. We have worked with all of them, and we have done well. Then with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, we are working with them. We are one of their major partners also. So basically what we do is we try to use digital tools, ICT, to support M&E to make it efficient, and then for the yield to be good. Because that's the ultimate goal for farmers, whether commercial or smaller farmers, to have bountiful yield such that the financiers can get their funds back, their investment back, they can get their returns back, and they can get their returns in full, and farmers are also happy, they can smile to the bank.
It will make a great impact because based on the combined hectareage of 4,000 hectares we are targeting, so we are looking at producing about 16,000 metric tons of rice. And if you look at the monetary value of rice, adding 16,000 metric tons to the market at this point will really go a long way. Then secondly, to the farmers, it gives them the needed support they need at this time, especially at a time that they are finding it difficult to access inputs, to purchase inputs due to the high cost of input itself. Then another thing it brings again is the needed vigor and energy to drive all season farming, because we are starting with the dry season before the wet season. So that goes a long way by returning most of our farmers that have abandoned dry season farming before, and to bring in new farmers into the fold.
At one of the farms, Agglin, in a matter of minutes, using unmanned aerial vehicles, popularly called drones, assessed data such as crop health, soil conditions, water levels, and vegetation indices, among others, which enable farmers to make data-driven decisions for precision agriculture.
A drone unmanned aerial vehicle has been has been around for quite a while, and there are myriads of challenges when it comes to agriculture. Right here, we are in a rice field, a very large expanse of rice field. So you can imagine if we have to bring in manpower to cover this massive hectare of farmland. It's going to take maybe hundreds of workers to achieve just a task. And you have about 5 major activities: land preparation, planting, you have fertilizer and herbicide application, you have weeding, etc. So what the drone will do for us is going to save us time, it's going to save labor, it's going to save cost, it's going to ensure efficiency.
After a series of questions on the modus operandi of the farmers from the Agrin team, the head of the cluster at the farms took team members through the A to Z of rice cultivation at the farm.
First and foremost, before you do rice farming, you think of water first, because without water, there is no way you can do rice. 2, you do your clearing. After clearing, you get your water, you do your power tilling, you do your binding, you do your transplanting, you start watering through. When you do, you put your fertilizer. After fertilizer, as you do, you put the first fertilizer and you put the second fertilizer. When you see that there is little maybe grass around, you handpick them so that you get a better yield. At the end of the day, 3 months have come, you cut, thresh, and then you bag your rice. That's all.
First of all, we just cut down the rice. We have to leave it to dry for 3, 4, 5 days to enable you go into the machine. If it's wet or if it's still not dry, the machine will not be able to operate it properly because the machine needs to roll and the rest. Then thereafter, we leave for 5 days, then we gather it and put it into the machine. And a machine should be able to do one hectare within maybe like 6 hours. And then the women, we need the women too to be able to do the winnowing, and then we bag. That's all.
At the heart of the project is the desire to ensure that grant funds are utilized for the right purpose. The team secured commitment that the farmers will adhere to contract terms.
As I have finished this one, collect another one, go again. I'm very ready because I don't have anything to do than this very much farming. Since there is a very good turnover, you know, when you do it and you give the main rice or the farming exactly what he needs, before you know, you have turnover, you'll be happy because you have everything it takes to do it.
I'm happy with what NADF is doing, and I'm happy with what Niger State government is doing.
While farmers appreciate government intervention in the rice value chain, they are hopeful that such can be extended to other crops.
Thank God we have intervention from the government per hectare per head. As a cluster head, every material given as per 1 hectare given to many of us here, but some refuse to take because of the interest which is they think is much, so they don't partake. But the people who take now, even the people who don't take, they are willing to do next time.
As a farmer, I'm happy to be contributing to feeding this nation, because I know that there's no way I can consume what I cultivate here. So eventually, I'm contributing to feeding the nation, and that's the essence of being a farmer. So as a farmer, I'm happy that we are contributing to feeding the nation.
At the end of the tour, the Agrin team is pleased that the project is going on as expected and assure that with the local technology it has put in place, real-time monitoring of the project is guaranteed to ensure efficiency and attainment of set goals.
For me, I'll just encourage farmers, the real farmers. Gone are the days when we walk around political farmers. There's no room for political farmers again because we have technology, we have history to fish them out. But for the real farmers, I want to encourage them to keep doing their best. Whatever they can do within their own capacity and capability, let them continue to do it. Government will always come to their aid at the right time. They should also ensure that they move from working as smallholder to working as cooperatives. Government is able to support them when they work together as a cooperative. I
would advise farmers, smallholder farmers in particular, to begin to drive this one interest, come together, form cooperative, then access technology. We can't continue to practice farm or farming as agric. We really have to see the business side of it.
With tech-based M&E providing data-driven insights that enable informed decisions about project implementation, resource allocation, and strategic adjustment, identifying what's working, what's not, and why, to allow for timely corrective actions and now issues of yesteryears.